Good morning, everyone. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there's probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime and what you've been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings unless and until changed by you if you plea out to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also ask you some questions this morning about whether you'd like the public defender to represent you, whether you'd like to represent yourself, or whether you're going to be hiring a private attorney. If you cannot afford a private attorney, I will appoint the public defender's office this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't done so yet, to let family, friends, or colleagues know where you are, please let me know, and I'll make sure that happens this morning. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. This is not a hearing where we're going to hash out the facts of your case, so please don't talk about the facts of your case this morning. That's not what this hearing is for. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be used against you in the prosecution down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear or affirm the testimony before the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay. Go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Michelle Sturgill. And Ms. Sturgill, what's your date of birth?
6/3/1974.
Okay, you are here this morning for possession of methamphetamine. The bond is currently $2,000. Possession of marijuana, the bond is currently $1,000. And possession of paraphernalia, the bond is currently $1,000. I did find probable cause for these. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or you want the public defender's office?
I'm a public defender.
Okay, I will provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm just going to ask the state attorney about your prior record, okay? State?
Yeah, I'm showing a failure to appear. I don't see the underlying charges though from 2016, a probation violation from 2005, and there was a 2002 fraudulent use of credit cards. That's all I have.
Okay. Ms. Sturgill, I have an address for you on Our Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
9038
Carriage?
Parish Avenue.
Is that in Brooksville?
Yes.
Okay, how long have you lived there?
7 years.
All right. Where did they get this Our Road address?
That's my mother-in-law's address.
Okay. Were you staying there?
About 15 years ago.
Okay. All right. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to keep all the bonds the same. So for count number 1, it's $2,000. Count number 2, it's $1,000. Count number 3, it's $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on September 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. I've appointed the public defender's office. So if you're unable to bond out, someone from the public defender's office will come out and see you. If you do bond out, you want to make sure to come down and see the public defender, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Patricia Deaconsheet. Deaconsheet, what's your date of birth?
2/22/62.
Okay. You are here this morning for a failure to appear on 2 Pasco County charges. It looks like the bonds on those are $253 each, and it just looks like it was maybe a petty theft and an issue with your registration on your vehicle.
Yes, ma'am. I was incarcerated at the
Okay,
time.
you don't have to say anything. But you have a bond amount, so you can bond out and go down to Pasco County and figure out what's going on. Or if you're just going to hang out there, they're going to come get you within 5 days and take you down there to figure it all out, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. So, probable cause, keep the bonds the same at $253. Christina Zuel. And Ms. Sewell, what's your date of birth?
October 21st, 82.
Okay. All right, got a bunch of stuff going on here today. So the first case that I have is leaving the scene of an accident with damage and knowingly driving while your license is suspended or revoked. The bonds on those are $1,000 each. I'm going to keep the bonds at $1,000 each. Found probable cause. Do you want the public defender's office? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want a private attorney? Or do you want to represent yourself?
A public defender.
Public defender. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We're going to see you back to court on that case September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. The next case we have is a retail theft. The bond on that is $500. I found probable cause. I'm going to keep the bond at $500, appoint the public defender's office, and we'll see you back to court on September 13th at 9 a.m. The next case.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, so I have.
Hold on
I
a
have
second.
bond.
Wait a second.
We can coordinate, John. We are going to have there's an open case. We'll be revising RCO on in a minute.
I know, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, give me, there's the date on it if you wanted to set it for the date. It's 9:05 we have for the other case. If you wanted.
This is
That's showing.
it's September 13th. Is that, who's that?
I'm not sure who that is, but I know that the other case is 17 CT 2089 is showing on for Judge Hitzman. Judge Hitzman at 9:05. I don't know if you wanted to.
Want to give him another case? I'll tell him you said so. Okay, we're going to put you on for September 5th with Judge Hitzman with your other case for that retail theft, okay?
Okay.
Okay, the next
so I
case.
have a bond?
Yeah, I just told you you have a $500 bond on that case. But let me do the rest of your cases, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're not done yet. You have another leaving the scene of an accident with damage and knowingly drive while your license suspended. The bonds are $1,000 each on those. I found probable cause. I'm going to set them each for $1,000.
Judge, if I might, real briefly, it looks like this was a continuing incident. I'm not sure if there should be 3 separate driving suspended charges.
But there's 3 separate accidents. I'm finding probable cause for them today. You have an argument for a motion, but for today's purposes, I'm going to find probable cause.
I understand.
Okay. So that we're going to set for September 5th as well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because those look like they're all misdemeanors right now. For the next case, we have a violation of probation. It looks like you were on probation for Judge Toner case, 2016-2089 CF.
Yeah, it was for insurance, but I got the insurance. I just have to prove it on the 6th.
Okay, it's a violation of probation. The bond is none. There's probable cause for your arrest. We're going to see you back to court on September 11th at 8:30 in the morning, and I appointed the public defender, okay?
Okay, September what?
11th.
Okay, so there's no bonding out.
No bonding out until you resolve your probation case. Hold on, we're not done.
Okay.
We have another driving unsuspended and leaving the scene of an accident with damage. I'm going to find probable cause for both those for today's purposes. I'm going to leave the bonds the same at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on September 5th at 9 a.m. for that case. Okay?
Okay.
Now we're done.
Okay. So I can't get out though. So
No, you're not going
technically there's no
anywhere.
bond. Okay.
Okay? Samantha Blasius. Ms. Blasius, what's your date of birth?
3/23/93.
Okay, you are here today for a domestic battery. There's no bond on that right now pursuant to statute. You're here for possession of marijuana. The bond is $1,000. You're here for possession of drug paraphernalia. The bond is $1,000. I did find probable cause for these. Do you want to hire somebody, represent yourself, or you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm going to ask the state about your prior record, okay?
No reportable history.
Okay.
Okay. All right, for the domestic battery case, I'm going to set your bond at $500. For count 2, possession of marijuana, I'll ROR you, and for count 3, I'm going to ROR you. We're going to see you back to court on September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? In the meantime, Ms. Blasius, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Travis Golisano.
Okay.
Okay, you know who that is, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys have any children in common?
No.
All right, do you guys live together?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You have no contact with him while this case is pending, okay? Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call, write, or email. If you see him out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way, and if he calls you, you need to hang up the phone. If you have any contact with Mr. Galisano while this case is pending, then you will be held without bond and charged with a new crime for violating my order. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see you back to court on this case on September 13th at 9 a.m. Okay, get in touch with your public defender if you bond out.
I just have a quick question. Does that mean that I do have a bond or?
You have a bond of $500.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thomas Canariato? Mr. Canariato? What's your date of birth?
7/27/1982.
Okay, you are here today for possession of methamphetamine. The bond is currently $10,000. Possession of controlled substance, the bond is $5,000. Possession of marijuana, the bond is $1,000. And possession of paraphernalia, the bond is $1,000. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
You got to speak into the microphone. I can't hear you.
Defender.
Public defender?
Public
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to ask the state about your prior records. State?
And I'm showing, it shows an arrest for DUI in 2014, but I'm not showing a disposition on that. And then goes to New Jersey. I have a 2011 criminal mischief. And looks like there's one other arrest, but I'm not seeing a disposition on that one here from 2006, also New Jersey.
Okay. All right, Mr. Canariato, we have an address for you on Richard Drive in Weeki-Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
13 years.
All right. When did you come down from Jersey?
2002, 2004.
Okay.
Also, I do need to make a phone call.
Okay, we'll make sure you get that phone call today, okay? Do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a busser at Cali K's.
Okay, say that again. I didn't hear you.
I'm a busser at Cali K's, the restaurant.
Okay. All right, for the possession of methamphetamine, I'll set your bond at $5,000. For the possession of controlled substance, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. For the possession of marijuana, I'll set it at $500. And for the possession of paraphernalia, I'll set it at $500. We're going to see you back to court on September 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Carl Carlson III.
There's family present.
I'm aware. Mr. Carlson, what's your date of birth?
8/22/94.
Okay, you're here today charged with possession of methamphetamine. The bond is currently $10,000. Possession of marijuana, the bond is currently $1,000. And possession of drug paraphernalia, the bond is currently $1,000. I did find probable cause for all of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. And I'm going to ask the state about your prior record. State?
I'm showing a petty theft in 2012, petty theft 2013, a trespass in 2013, and a resist without violence in 2013.
Okay. Looks like you have 4 prior misdemeanors. I have an address for you on 6251 Fine Street in Weeki-Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Couple years. 3
Okay.
years.
3 years? Okay. Where'd you live before that?
In Pinellas County in Largo, or Pinellas Park.
All right. Do you have a job?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. It looks like your parents are here. Did you guys want to say anything or just observing?
No, I just wanted to see if we can't get the bond down. Both of us are on disability. That's why he doesn't have a job either. I don't know what happened one time, but there's no way we'd be able to afford this kind of bond to get him out.
Okay.
We've been here in the area for 30 years.
Okay.
In the whole Bay Area.
Well, I mean, part of what I have to take into consideration is I understand that you have ties to the community, and I can say that he does too because you guys live here, but he's also, this is not the first time that he's been in trouble. He's got at least 4 prior arrests that we know about at
Right.
this time. And last night it looks like he's driving around with his friend and they have a carload of bad things.
Right.
And a lot of those things are probably going to be sent up to FDLE for testing, and this might not be all he's charged with in the end. I don't know. So I have to weigh the safety to our community with his right to be free on bond and the likelihood that he'll appear at his court hearings. If he's not working, does he have a car?
Yes, he does.
Okay, and he'll be able to get himself to and from his court hearings?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, for the possession of methamphetamine, I'm going to set that at $5,000. And for the possession of marijuana, I'll set it at $500, and the possession of paraphernalia, I'm going to set at $500. We're going to see you back to court on September 19th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
I've appointed the public defender. Jerry Gleason. Mr. Gleason, you're here for a violation of probation. There's no bond on that right now, and it looks like that was in front of Judge Hitzman for the original charge of possession of paraphernalia. Is there a offer for him to take care of this case today? Does probation have a...
Yes, it's a... You don't have that one in?
Looks like he has open cases.
Yeah, he does have another open case.
I understand that.
The Judge Toner, just so you're aware, it's
I'm
for
aware.
arraignments, 9/11, it's case 17 CF.
I have it. I have all of that. What I'm wondering is if there's an offer for him to take care of this case this morning.
I don't have one in here, Your Honor, I have
Okay.
seen the recommendation.
Okay, all I have from probation, let's see, okay. Looks like 30 days. Okay, Mr. Gleason, if you want to take care of this case today, the recommendation is 30 days Hernando County Jail. You want to go ahead and take care of that today?
So when I go to court, it'll be...
I can't hear you. You got to step up to the microphone.
When I go to court, it'll be all taken care of on my charge I got now.
Well, you still have your other charges. This is just for your violation of probation on possession of paraphernalia. It looks like you didn't pay your fines and court costs and that you obtained new charges while you were on probation. So recommendation from probation just for this case is 30 days. And it looks like they're willing to take care of your other open case, the misdemeanor case, 2017-1780 MM. You want to take care of both of those cases today for 30 days?
Sure, why not?
Judge, I would just
Okay.
ask that he admit the technicals only.
Okay. Why, is he on probation in another case?
I believe that, I
It's an
heard
open
the
case.
court say that the affidavit of violation indicates new criminal.
I know, but that's what he's pleading to today.
Oh, okay, I thought it was the open felony.
No. The open felony he's not on probation for.
I
He's pleading
understand.
today, he'll plead today to the violation of probation in 2017 MM 1961 and the new charge for 2017 1780 MM. Okay, you want to take care of both of those cases today, right?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
Okay. With regard to the violation of probation, you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to a hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. You're giving up right to confront witnesses at that hearing. Do you understand that?
I think so.
Okay. Do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. I'll accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty. Okay. Sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail. I don't know what he has for time in on that, if anyone wants to get me that. We'll figure out what your time served is while we're doing the other case. In case number 2017 MM 1780, it's a possession of, looks like a possession of marijuana.
Your Honor, I'm also showing that one as a violation as well. Is that, you're showing it as a new law?
Well, I could be wrong, but yeah, I was showing it as an open. Okay, then does he have another misdemeanor case? Those are the only two I know about.
No, I'm showing both of those. The way it looks to me, he was picked up on a violation for both of those offenses.
Okay. All right, so that case is also a violation of probation, so we're going to be resolving that today. You were placed on probation for possession of marijuana, and you also did not complete what you needed to on that case. So with regard to that case, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay. I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Hernando County Jail, concurrent with 2017-1961 MM. And that should take care of both of your misdemeanor probation cases, okay? Now, you still have another case in front of Judge Toner, and that case is set for September 11th at 8:30 in the morning. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we have the time served for him?
He didn't have anything prior to this, Judge.
Okay. All right.
It's not our jail.
Okay. So there's no time served, but there's $50 cost of prosecution in each
Well,
case.
He has, looks like it was booked on the 12th.
Yeah. So that's for the new charge in front of Toner.
So they're showing 1961. And I'm not showing the other one. The only one I'm showing any in custody on is since the 12th on
Is the felony case.
the 1961. They had down 1961 from the 12th.
Oh, so has he been in custody for that since August 12th?
That's what it looks like to me. But it only lists one of the misdemeanor cases. However, we asked if he was in on it, he'd be here. We'll see this.
Well, Terry, you might have just added it because it showed the arrest affidavit shows as of yesterday.
Yeah. How long have you been in custody, Mr. Gleason?
Since the 13th.
17th? Did you
The
bond
13th,
out on the felony case?
No, ma'am, I have not.
See,
So when was he served? It looks like he was just served with these yesterday.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay, you were served with these while you were in custody yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
This one.
Okay.
This one here.
That's what you did today.
Okay. I'm going to give him 2 days credit for time served on the 30 days. And you have court, so you're going to get credit for the 2 days, and you have court coming up on September 11th in front of Judge Toner, okay?
For my charges I got arrested originally.
I'm sorry?
For my charges I'm arrested with around when I came here, right?
Right. Yep, for what you were arrested for on August 12th.
Alright.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Giovanni Hernandez? Hi, Mr. Hernandez. What's your date of birth?
11/19/1990.
All right, you are here this morning for a violation of probation as well. Okay. It was for a DUI and a driving on a suspended driver's license. It looks like you didn't pay any of your fines and court costs, and that you obtained a new offense for no valid driver's license and driving on a suspended license on or about July 28th, and this warrant came out August 3rd this year. Does the probation have a recommendation for him?
180.
Okay. Probation's recommending 180 days to resolve your violation of probation. Is that something you want to take care of today?
No, it's not something I want to take care of today.
Okay. All right, we'll keep the bond for no bond right now. We'll set your court date for September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. You also have another case for August 28th at 8:30. So you have 2 court dates coming up, August 28th at 8:30 for Judge Toner, and then you have September 13th at 9 a.m. for Judge Hitzman, okay?
Ma'am, I have a question. There's no possible way I can get a bond like this outside so I can keep going to work?
No, sir, you violated your probation. You don't get a bond.
All right.
Brian Albertine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Albertine, you're here today charged with resisting an officer without violence. The bond is currently $1,000. What is your date of birth?
June 16th, 1983.
Okay. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender's bond.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, does he have a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. He has 2005. There's 2 false information to pawnbroker, 3 dealing in stolen property. 2008, I'm showing a failure to appear. Looks like the underlying might have been on a resistance. I'm not showing a resist. This looks without violence in 2008. Attempted robbery 2008. Conspiracy to traffic in illegal drugs 2012. And I show a failure to appear 2015, but I don't see the underlying charge on that one, Your Honor. Nice paperwork.
All right. All right, Mr. Albertine, I have an address for you on Costco Drive in Town. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
30 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of work do you do?
Maintenance at Missouri Town Community Center, right there in the community.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set the bond at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
So my bond was just raised?
It was just raised based on your prior record, yeah. So it's $2,000. We'll see you back to court September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? Make sure to reach out to your public defender. Joseph Artura. And Mr. Artura, what's your date of birth?
February 19th, 1987.
Okay, you're here today for a loitering or prowling charge. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
All right. Does he have a prior record state?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm showing DWLS and DUI 2008, petty theft 2008, 2012. There's a contributing to delinquency. 2014. There's another DWLS, and that's all.
Is there an offer for him to resolve this today?
Just one second.
Your Honor,
If you'd like to do credit time, sir, we can do it today.
Yes, sir.
I have a very important case that was started at 9 o'clock this morning. It's for a custody battle. I need them to know.
Do you have a case today in Hernando County?
I do, yeah. It's not a criminal case. It's
What judge are you supposed to be in front of?
It's Madagascar. It's a custody case.
Judge Madagascar?
Yes, ma'am. It's 9 o'clock in the morning.
And that's supposedly Hernando County?
Yes, it's right.
Okay, we don't have a Judge Madagascar here.
General Madagascar?
Yeah, no. No. Maybe you're thinking the movie.
I blacked out, so I don't know really what's going on, but I do know that today's the 23rd, correct?
Yeah. What time do you think your hearing is at?
I thought it was at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have a lawyer, Kara Olvera from Manuel Law, Chip Manor's office.
Okay. All right. Well, Kara will be representing you today, but we don't have any judge by that name in this courtroom, in this courthouse.
Understandable. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if the jail knows anything about that, they'll make sure that you're able to appear via video feed for that hearing. Okay. All right.
Okay.
For the purposes of this case, the state is offering for you to be able to plea out to your case today. You'll get time served. Is that something you want to take care of today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you understand by pleading out to this case right now, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, I do.
All right. With regard to the loitering and prowling, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I'll accept your plea of no contest if I'm freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days Hernando County Jail, 2 days credit for time served. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $503. You need to make your way down to the clerk's office once you are released at the Hernando County Courthouse and make payment arrangements for that $503. You also have the cost of incarceration, which will be assessed against you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Ray Quinones. Mr. Quinones, what's your date of birth?
2/13/63.
All right. You are here this morning for driving under the influence. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay. I'll provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. States your prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. Most of it is fairly old.
Okay, start with the 2000s going, 2000 to present.
Looking, there might not be 2,000, Your Honor.
Okay, so everything's older than 17 years?
That appears correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Quinones, I have an address for you on Morrison Way in Spring Hill. Is that where you reside?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Almost 10 years.
Do you have a job?
I'm disabled.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $500. We're going to see you back to court on September 13th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Make sure to get in touch with your public defender if you bond out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Donald Dolan. Mr. Dolan, what's your date of birth?
9/29/52.
Okay, Mr. Dolan, you were here for a violation of probation. It looks like you were placed on probation for a violation of domestic violence injunctions in 2 different cases. And the allegation is that you did not complete the batterer's intervention program or do your community service hours in either case. Right. Looks like you've been placed on probation since February, so you had since February to do it. It doesn't look like you've done it yet. So that's the allegation. The state, the probation office is recommending 120 days to resolve both of these cases. Do you want to go ahead and take care of that today?
No.
Okay. What is this case set for arraignment on August 30th? Does anyone know what that charge is? Is it a violation of an injunction?
This looks like...
Oh, it's
No, that's the same
DUI
case
and driving unsuspended, it looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
Okay, we're going to leave both of these cases for no... Is it just one case? Why do I have 2 warrants?
I'm only seeing PC for one, Judge.
That's all I have here.
Okay. Oh, I have an affidavit and a warrant. Okay. All right, we're going to leave this case as for no bond right now. We're going to see you back to court. I'm going to set... Should we just set everything for the 30th on that arraignment date and see if you can resolve all these cases that day? Okay,
Yes.
we're going to set this case on the 30th with your other cases, okay? August 30th, that's in front of me. We'll leave it no bond right now.
Thank you.
Okay. I appoint the public defender. All right, Emmanuel or Padilla. Hi, Mr. Padilla.
Hello.
All right, you are here for a written bodily attachment, which means you have not been making your child support payments. What's going on these days? Are you working?
No, ma'am.
All right, when was the last time you worked?
About 7 months.
Can you step up to the microphone and speak, please? When was the last time you worked?
About 7 months ago.
Okay, what did you do for work then?
I worked at Sunny's.
Okay, as a server?
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher? Okay, and what happened with that job?
They let me go.
Okay, you got fired?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and why haven't you been able to find a job since?
I've been looking.
What kind of work are you looking for?
Landscaping.
Okay. Where What are you doing to look for work?
Filling out applications.
They take applications for landscaping jobs?
Well, I've been filling out at different places, but I've been looking for landscaping jobs.
When was the last time you filled out an application?
Last week
Okay, for where?
at Steak and Shake.
Okay. Who do you live with?
I live with my mother.
Okay, is that who pays all your bills?
Yes.
She buys your food for you?
Yes.
Helps you get to, back and forth to job interviews?
Yes.
And how old are you?
23. I also have a newborn that I take care of.
Well, no, you don't, because you don't have a job. Your mom takes care of, right? Does your mom buy the formula? Does your mom buy the diapers?
Financially,
You can't even
she
take
does,
care of
yes.
yourself. I'm going to find that during the period of non-payment, you've been able-bodied, employed, or willing to be employed, able to be employed, and you willfully refuse to pay your child support and comply with the orders of this court. Going to find that you have the ability to pay. How much money can you come up with in order to get out of jail?
I have 100 I could come up with today.
Where are you getting that money from?
My mother.
Your mother. I'm going to incarcerate you in the Hernando County Jail for 10 days until you come up with $100. Okay, when you do get out of jail, whether you purge out or do the 10 days, you want to get in touch with the Department of Revenue and see what you can do about clearing up this child support thing. Otherwise, you'll be right back here in front of me next month for the same thing, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And Judge,
Did we get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, sir.
Mr. Arturo,
Yeah.
he did have a hearing, but it was yesterday, not today,
Okay,
and it was in front of Judge Brigham.
okay. Not Madagascar?
No, it was Judge Brigham,
Okay.
and it was...
Mr. Arturo, did you hear that? It was yesterday?
Mr. Arturo, I looked up, this is the public defender, I looked up the records on that 2015 DR case, the paternity case. You had a hearing that was scheduled for August the 22nd at 9 a.m. on a motion for contempt. That would have been yesterday.
Correct.
It was in front of Judge Brigham, not Madagascar.
Yeah. Okay, and I do apologize about that. From the paperwork I have, something is today at 9 o'clock, October or August 23rd. I'm gonna have to look into it because
We don't represent you on that. I'm just informing you of what the records show, that there was
He's
a
saying
hearing.
he's got something else today, though, is what he's saying.
Oh.
Okay, look at your paperwork and try to figure out what that is, okay?
Thank you for the
All right,
information.
good luck.